Has there ever been a time to where you just sat down in your desk chair and said, "Man, I really want a platforming game where I get to play as a big blob of meat"? Yeah, the answer would most likely be no. But as you see, Meat Boy is more than just a regular platformer. It's a creative, fun, explorative, and rewarding platformer. So much so to the fact, if you haven't played it, you are truly missing out on something great. Welcome to Quick Time Event, a gaming review show where I explain a game's premise and if I think you should play it or not. The title is based off of a game mechanic by the same name. As you might have already guessed, these reviews will be quick. Are you ready? Let's get started. Super Meat Boy. Where do I even start? This game is something that I would describe as nearly perfect. The controls are tight, the music is spot on, the levels have awesome designs. But most importantly, the game is bleeding in meat juice with content! Oh! We got the Dark World stages, which is a harder version of each stage. The bandages, which help you get new characters. Warp zones, as the game says, that lets you access retro-like levels similar to the main game. The list goes on and on. But one thing I'd like to additionally praise Meat Boy on is its originality, or lack thereof. Meat Boy does not try to innovate. Its goal is simply to be really freaking fun, and hard at the same time, but we'll touch on the hard part later. Being so unoriginal in its objective makes something original all on its own. It's not trying to be like any other platformer. It sure as hell is structured like that, but the gameplay is something different. You really only ever press two buttons during the entire game: run and jump. There's no power-ups or anything additional. Just use those two buttons and roll with it. You may think that's overly boring, but trust me, it's not going to get overly boring with a game as hard as this! If you want to know why I think this game is so hard, go and play it for yourself. I know it sounds like a really cop-out ending, and trust me, I'm not trying to make it sound this way, but if you really want to get the full experience of Meat Boy, just go play it. It's $15 on the Steam store, and it's also available on a multitude of platforms. But you can get it, of course, you can get it for less if you catch it on a Steam sale. But anyway, please just get Meat Boy, rage, and have the time of your life. I think that Meat Boy is a near perfect game, and it deserves even more reputation than it already gets.